lights are off on the pace truck. We are green flag racing once again here in your feature race again.
You guys, I got MaxSpeedTV on the car as well. You guys do a great job broadcasting. I always enjoy going back and watching them. And hi, Mom. I know she's watching right now as well.
From the virtual short track known as the Paperclip, Martinsville to Texas Motor Speedway, 1,152 miles, comes MaxSpeedTV and I-States Racing Association. Hello everybody, I'm Joshua Medlock on the mic for you all tonight. Glad to have everybody out there, and it feels good to be back here in the booth with MaxSpeedTV. If you can't tell, well, that's enough about me for right now, folks. Let's get down to what everybody came out here to watch, and we will start out with the point standings coming into tonight after 6 completed races here for I-States Racing Association. Point standings as followed after 6 races. Dalton Tucker with 338 points. Well, we know Dalton Tucker very well, and he is driving along here at I-States like he usually does. Now, Tony Mong. Now, Tony, I hope I pronounced your last name correctly. If I didn't, you can correct me later on, hopefully. But you are in second here in the point standings with 328 points, only 10 back from Dalton. Josh Mayu in third, 264 points, 64 back from Tony there, but hey, there's plenty of races left to go. So Josh is sitting pretty right now in third place. Terry Griffey in fourth, 242 points, 22 back behind Josh Mayu. Up 4 spots from last week, Greg McKinney plus 4, 234 points, 8 behind Terry. Thomas Gold in 6, 232 points, 2 points back behind Greg. Kenneth McCullough Jr. Down 2 spots in 7th, 226 points, 6 back behind Thomas. Scotty Johnson down a spot, 219 points, 7 back behind Kenneth. Byron Rodney up 2 spots, 215 points, 4 back behind Scotty. Excuse me. Michael Atkins Jr. down 3 spots, currently running out the top 10 here in the point standings with 210 points. Is 5 back behind Byron. In 11th, down 2 spots, Steve Cigars, 200 points evenly, 10 back behind Michael. And Anthony Thitchner up a spot from 13th to 12th, 184 points, 16 back behind Steve there. So point standings are pretty close here coming into Texas Motor Speedway. They got about 12 minutes left here of practice, and I've been watching practice out here tonight, folks, and it's pretty interesting. Now, we've got a lot of drivers out here tonight, too, as well. Let me count out here. We've got 31 drivers here that have showed up here tonight. So we'll actually see who actually does start the race and who doesn't, who starts on pit road. Greg McKinney right now currently running in the top spot here in practice with a 30.068. Tony Mong in second with a 30.075, and Michael Atkins Jr. in third with 30.077 in the M&M's 48 machine, currently right there running out. We got a lot of guys still out on the track that will have a driver's meeting here coming up pretty shortly. Hopefully everybody out there is enjoying the broadcast. I hope it looks good. I haven't had time to set up everything, folks. I only had about 4 or 5 days to do this, but I am back. So hopefully we can get it squared away, get in here, get it done, and we don't have any problems. Now I wanted to go over a few things. There is no drop weeks here for I-States. They race plenty of races, so if you miss maybe 1 or 2, you still should be good to go. But there are no drop weeks for I-States Racing. Also, a little bit of information I was passed down to me here. Logan Akais will be serving a GFPT at the start of the race at the start of this race from causing 2 accidents or 2 cautions in the first stage last week. So he will have to go do a green flag pit through or a green flag drive through, whatever you want to call it. But he'll have to do it under green flag conditions. Also noted that if he is coming down pit road serving that penalty, it still does count because he committed to serving the penalty. I wanted to get clarification from the owner just to make sure, but it is clarified that if that does happen, he will be still okay. Now, 167 laps here tonight. We'll get to the pre-race analyst here. Got an air temp of about 67 degrees, track temp of about 94. And we're going to be doing about 240 miles here tonight. Now, tire window, 12 to 15 good laps, roughly, depending on how well you take care of your tires. Fuel window, about 30 to 35 laps. Pit road speed, 50 miles an hour. They're going to have to get it woed down to 50 miles an hour to get it on pit road, folks. So, going to have to watch speeding on pit road here this evening. Now, the trucks don't have as much power as the B car, but they do have power behind them. So they're going to have to watch the speeding on pit road here tonight as well. But glad to have everybody out there. I don't know who's tuning in here tonight, but if you are in chat, please let me know, because I am here. All right, well, let's see here. Let's take a look at where some of these guys are sitting right now. Darren Bruce out here currently running in the top 10 in practice in the number 27 Snap-on machine. Chevy Silverado. And we've got it looks like we got more Chevys out here than we do Toyotas currently. But hey, it doesn't matter if you're teammates with somebody, and it doesn't matter what vehicle you drive. You're gonna get help, guaranteed. Alrighty, folks. Well, they're gonna go directly into their drivers' meeting here. It looks like I'm only seeing a few drivers out there on the track. Rob Burns and Mike Holtzclaw. Now Mike coming down pit road, and it looks like Rob is done as well. So the drivers' meeting will be underway. So we will get to the sponsors here while they're doing the drivers' meeting. Of course, a MaxSpeedTV sponsor, the Ohio IndyCar League out of Ohio. Now, I still have great respect for these guys at Ohio IndyCar League. They opened up a league for Ohio, people who live in Ohio, but then he decided to turn around and open it up for everybody out there. So if you're interested in getting in an IR18 car and want to drive for the Ohio IndyCar League, please hit them up on Facebook at Ohio IndyCar League at Facebook. But a great group of guys out there. Now for the league sponsors here tonight, K2B Designs, Moto Option. We'll get more to them later, but Moto Option, one of them. And, of course, the sponsor here tonight, Ford Entertainment Group. This is the FEG 250. So the Ford Entertainment Group is out here sponsoring this race here tonight. And it looks like a driver, the number 15 is not showing up on the ticker, but we'll get to him in a second. Great to have them on board for sponsoring this race. Now, Ford Entertainment Group is a huge sponsor of a bunch of races for this league. Excuse me. And they are giving away a $1,200 gaming PC to the driver who completes the most laps the whole season. That's not completing that's not winning this season. That's completing the most laps for the season. So, great job out there by the Ford Entertainment Group for jumping in and doing that. A Moto Option is giving away a brand new custom hoodie with the driver's last name on it and number. And second and third place, and the best of the rest of the finishers, 17th place in points, all get gift cards from them. Okay, I'll have to clarify that, but I think I got something mixed up here. But we'll clarify that here before the next race here. I think my hands, when I was typing this out, I think it, I think I put something in there a little bit too much in a hurry. This is my first time back, folks, in a while, but we'll get through it. Now, stages here tonight, they do run stages. Stage here tonight, stage 1 will be on lap 40. Stage 2 will be on lap 80. And then, of course, stage 3, the final race to the end of the race of lap 167. So they are, like I said, they do run stages here. And it looks like we've still got them on the pit road here, going through the last minute driver stuff. Now, Texas Motor Speedway is located in Fort Worth, Texas, in the county of Denton. Now, the track is 1.44 miles. It's got 4 turns here. Turns 1 and 2 is a degree of 20 degrees. Turns 3 and 4 is 24 degrees. They broke ground April 11th in 1995, and it opened for racing February 29th of 1996. A little bit of backstory there on Texas Motor Speedway. It looks like everybody is coming back out on the track for the most part. Looks like Thomas Gold's out there. Chuck Carroll out there in the number 3. They're on the track. Tony Quadros, the number 12. It looks like these guys are coming back out onto the track here tonight. Or right before qualifying in about 4 minutes, folks. 4 minutes. I was watching practice here earlier, and, you know, of course, Greg McKinney right now currently still sitting at the top spot with a 30.068. He hasn't been beat out of it yet. Tony Mongan second still. Tony's out there. Alrighty, folks, we're coming down to about 3.5 minutes left of practice. We're going to step away and play the national anthem, folks. Don't go anywhere. Qualifying will be underway when we come back.
it's you and me. The name of the play, we are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save, this land of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say, just that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land of the brave, and the home of the
Alrighty, folks, back live here on MaxSpeedTV. Great performance by Madison Rising. That's actually the first time I've listened to that version of, you know, the Star Spangled Banner and everything. So, getting back into the groove of things, everything's changed on me. A great performance by those guys. Alrighty, we're in qualifying here. 10 minutes, 2 laps to qualify. You must put in a qualifying time from the rules that I read in the rule books. If not, you will have to start on pit road. Right now we've got Terry Griffey. Let me see if I can pull up the driver box here. Alright. I'll be able to use the driver box, folks. Terry Griffey in the number 9. Nobody's put in a time yet. Yes, they have. Chuck Harrell, so far, has the top spot. Josh Mayu in the 0-2. All right, well, as the times start to come in now, Terry Griffey taking over the top spot. Rob Burns in second. Chuck Carroll back to third. Mike Holtzclaw in fourth. Scott Wise in fifth. That's your top 5 here so far in qualifying. We'll get back in the groove of things here, folks. It's just gonna take me a couple of weeks. All right, well, it looks like Scott Wise, 31, he is now currently running in 7th. Terry Griffey, though, still holding on to the top spot in the tied number 9. Josh Mayu out there, like he will complete his 2nd lap. He will be done. Scott Wise has finished. These top guys are finishing up. You only get 2 laps. Jim still sitting at the end of pit road in the number 15. He hasn't started his lap yet. Now Frank Reese, number 71, Haviline, looking to put in a quick 2nd lap here. Currently running in 15th as he crosses the line. Now he just may be practicing. That he is a close qualifying, so there's only one driver out on the track. They cannot see each other, so they have the whole track to themselves. For everybody new to iRacing out there qualifying, if you hit the wall, spin, get on the grass, whatever the case may be, your qualifying time does not count, and then you have to do it all over again. And of course, if you've completed one and you're on your 2nd and you hit the wall, I don't know if it re-lets you do your 2nd lap or not, but it does affect your time. All right, looks like Terry Griffey still holding on to the top spot here. Like a lot of drivers have taken in, 16 drivers. Tony Mong out there in the 92. Looking to complete his first lap. Tony picks up second spot here, knocking Josh Mayhew back to third with a 30.041. He actually tied him. You'd have to get into the milliseconds to even figure out what happened there, but what a time Tony put in. Now for his second lap, can he beat Terry as he crosses the line? It looks like he will put in a just a 30.041 for his quickest time there. That will be able to put him in that second spot. Scott Bellum in the 81. Out there looking to put in a quick time, maybe to knock Terry off the pole. Terry may hold it. 4.25 left here in qualifying. Scott Bellum is going to put himself in 7th here on his first lap. Have to see exactly where he places. He may pick up a few more positions here. Out there on the track. Here comes Jim Westerfield, Michael Atkins out there as well. We're going to keep an eye on Scott here real quick. See where Scott puts himself. The 81. And it looks like currently he will hold that spot in 7th currently. All right, well, we'll get down here to Jim Westerfield. And the number 15, Michael Atkins out here onto the track as well. Got Greg McKinney, Tony Quadros. Greg McKinney takes over pole with a 29.921 quick lap by Greg McKinney, knocking Terry Griffey back to 2nd. Great lap by Greg McKinney. Jim Westerfield put himself currently in 16th. The number 15. It's like Michael Atkins Jr. is just putting in a time. He might not be putting in a quick time. Oh, there he goes. He's picking up speed, it looks like. Not quick. Darren Bruce, Thomas Gold, and Dalton Tucker, your points leader. And Dalton goes into first with a 29.911. Quick lap by Dalton. Put himself on the pole. 2 minutes left in qualifying. These drivers still have time. Michael Atkins Jr. just wanted to put in a time. It looks like he's going to start back there in, it looks like, around the 24th, 25th position. Logan Kais. All right, well, we'll go on to these drivers out here that are on the track. Looks like Thomas Gold, 4th. All right, Matthew McCann. Kenny McCullough in the 03. One minute left, folks. Gonna have about a minute left. All right. Like a Roger Rios will be currently running in 12th. We got Terry Griffey, see Thomas Gold 4th, Kenny McCullough in 7th, Roger Rios in 12th. I'm sorry, a lot of these guys are new to me, so. All right, Matthew McCann. We do have a race controller in here, 001. Not racing, but he is doing race control, making sure everybody is staying on point, P's and Q's, and the whole 9 yards. All right. Matthew McCann going to start 28th. Looks like Logan Kais might be having a little bit of blinking issues. Seeing him blink in and out. All right. Well, he might be coming back. All right. John Cardle and Chris Forster have not put in a time, but with 6 seconds left here in qualifying, not going to be any time left. So, Dalton Tucker grabs the pole here tonight. We'll get down to the pole here, folks. Down to the here. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. All right. Starting on the pole here tonight for the Moto Option pole starting grid, Dalton Tucker with a 29.911. Congratulations to Dalton for grabbing the pole. Greg McKinney in a 2nd. Terry Griffey 3rd. Thomas Gold 4th. Tony Mong 5th. Josh Mayu 6th. Kenny McCullough 7th. Steve Seegers, I think it's Seegers, will be 8th. Scott Johnson 9th. Rob Burns will round out your top 10. Scott Bellman 11th. Roger Arios in 12th. Chuck Carroll 13th. Mike Holtzclaw in 14th. Scott Wise 15th. Jim Westerfield 16th. Chad Ingalls 17th. Lonnie Barrington 18th. Chris Munger 19th. And Byron Rodney will start 20th. Paul House 21st, Jonathan Whalen 22nd, Ed Adams 23rd, Tony Quadros 24th, Darren Burris 25th, Frank Reese 26th, Michael Atkins Jr. 27th, Matthew McCann 28th, Logan Akias 29th, Chris Forrester in 30th, and the race controller ain't even racing, and John Cottle will be 31st, not 32nd. All right, well, let's get up here to our pole sitter here. A good look at that number 24 and get a good look at the field there. Backing them up 2 by 2. Alrighty. Alright, we'll be dropping the green flag next time by. It looks like we had a couple of drivers that might have not have started here. Dalton Tucker is going to get him going. Greg McKinney in the number 20, starting on his outside. As they get ready, coming around turn 3 and 4. We'll be dropping the green flag here shortly, folks. Tighten up your buckles. Hopefully you got your drink, your Red Bull, your beverage, whatever the case may be. 167 laps here tonight at Texas Motor Speedway. For the I-States Racing Association, pace car has left the racetrack surface. Waiting on the green flag. Green flag is out. Boogity, boogity, boogity. We're racing here at Texas, boys. As they all try to get single file for position. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're gonna have several laps here tonight, folks. For the first probably 12 to 15 laps, It's going to be a lot of speeds here. We got battles back here. The 97, Thomas Gold and Josh Mayu. Oh, we got a caution already, folks. Caution is out. Looks like a Byron Rodney. Go back and take a look here and see what happened. Oh. All right, well, give me just a few minutes. We'll see exactly here what happened to Byron here. We'll try to slow it down here. Now, Byron, oh, right there. Well, I don't know what's going on here, folks. All right, well, that Byron Rodney ended up, looks like, knocked out of the race. Of course, we're going to have to check why that's not working properly. Right. Like I said, folks, it's going to take a few races for me to get back in the groove. It looks like we might have had a little fake out there by Dalton Tucker going down into the pit road there, but he decided not to. All right. Let's see who we can bring up our first victim, shall we? Well, I can't drag anybody down here. I don't have permissions. Wow. Guess we... Well then, I think we goofed here, folks. We'll get it figured out here. Race controller, if you're out there listening to the broadcast, please let them know that I do not have permissions to drag anybody down here. So if you can get that figured out for me, I would really appreciate it. We're not going to probably have time to interview anybody on this caution, as they are going to be coming across the line. And, well, the pace car lights are not off, so... Well, we'll get it figured out here, folks. All right, well, Dalton Tucker is still up front. Greg McKinney in second. Tony Mong third. Terry Griffey fourth. Scott Johnson up to fifth from ninth after the first caution here. All right, well, pace car lights are off. We'll be going back green flag racing. Looks like we did have a few that came down pit road. Alrighty. Lap 6 of 167. There is still a whole lot of racing left to go here, folks. One caution here so far. Pace car is off. Dalton Tucker on the outside. And he is on the loud pedal. It's going to kind of stock him up just a little bit back here. Greg McKinney and Tony Mong going 2 and 3. Terry Griffey in the non-tied. He's going to drop it down into the 4th spot. The 07 of Scott Johnson in 5th. Thomas Gold in 6th. Scott Bellum 7th. Josh Mayhew running back here in the 8th spot. Rob Burns in 9th. And Steve Seegers will round out your top 10. Number 16, a little battle back here. Looks like the number 5 of Roger Rios is going to make the pass on the 31 of Scott Wise. Scott scrapes the wall. No harm, no foul. Keeps it going. We've got some battles back here. The 3 and the 15, Chuck Carroll and Jim Westerfield looked like they were going at it there for a moment. Now the 2 of Mike Holtzclaw sticking his nose up there in their business. Hey, I want a piece of this. What he's saying. Got some battles going on already back here into the field. 16th, 17th, 18th back. Looks like Chris Munger trying to make a move up here in the number 55. Started 19th. He's currently 19th, but he is trying to make a move on the 12 of Tony Quadros. And this is kind of back here into the field a ways. Back up front. Looks like we've got a 3-car pack. 1, 2, and 3. Dalton, Greg, and Tony. Terry Griffey kind of losing them. Back here running 6/10 of a second back behind Tony. Scott Johnson and Thomas Gold. 5th and 6th spot. 97 of Thomas Gold looking to the inside of the 07 on the back stretch as they go 2 by 2. Still trying to get around him. Of course, the more they race, these guys back here will catch up to them. The 81 of Scott Bellum and Josh Mayhew almost bumper to bumper. Let's go to a big view here, folks. Look at this. Big view as they come screaming down the backstretch. Oh, I love that view. Whoa! Looks like somebody might have scraped the wall back here. A little bit closer here. I'm not sure who that was. Oh, they're 3 wide back here, folks. 3 wide. Starting with the 48 of Michael Atkins was on the outside, and the 55 of Chris Munger, and the 2 of Mike Holtzclaw was on the inside. They were 3 wide there for a moment. Looks like we might have Dalton Tucker. What's going on with Dalton? Oh, he's having some blinking issues, it looks like. Kind of fell out there, but looks like he gained a little ground. Greg McKinney and Tony Mong, though, still neck and neck here, 2nd and 3rd. Terry Griffey kind of hanging by himself. Got company brewing behind him, though. Scott Johnson go back into the field a ways a little bit further. Ed Adams started 23rd, currently running in 14th. Chuck Carroll started 13th, currently running in 13th. Oh! And we have another caution here. Mike Holtzclaw. Howdy, folks. Well, we will go back and take a look and see what happened and see what happened to Mike. That might have happened, started up in front of him, but I'm not sure. But we will stay on Mike here and see. Oh man, yeah, it happened right up in front of him, but I'm not sure who that was. If we can find out who that was. Oh, I'm not sure, but Mike Holtzclaw did get involved in that. Oh, there it was right there. And I'm having some problems. Whoops. Not mean to do that. It looks like they're going to be coming down pit road here again, folks. It looks like everybody will be coming down pit road for the most part. I'm going to have to get back in the swing of things, folks. It's a little bit different coming back. Looks like Frank Reese did not pit. Alright, well, who's going to win the race off pit road? It looks like Dalton Tucker will win the race off of pit road. Well, let's see if we can... Nope. Alright, well, I just had to mute myself, folks, real quick. Just got off the... Just had to let them know I didn't have permissions. Ain't really nothing we can do about it kind of right now, but we'll get it fixed for next week. But we will interview the top 3 here at the end of the race, no doubt about it. We just won't have any real interviews during cautions for right now. All right. Well, we were talking about a moto option here earlier. We will we'll get to that here. Talking about the t-shirts and some stuff that was going on. As you can see, there is the hoodie and the gift card, and of course the O2 of Josh May's Moto Options car right there. That is what they will be giving away here for everybody out there. I told Josh I would get it up there. There is the hoodie and the gift cards. You can find Moto Option Clothing on Facebook. Alright, well, the pace car will dive off here momentarily, folks. We'll get back to green flag racing. 2 cautions here so far. Stage 1 will be at lap 40, so here in about 21 laps, 20 laps or so. We'll be at the end of stage number 1. Pace car is off. Dalton Tucker on the loud pedal. We're back to green flag racing. All right, we've got a battle for the lead, the 20 of Greg McKinney. Get that driver bar back up here for everybody, folks. That way everybody can see it. Greg McKinney trying to lead his first laps of the race. Well, Greg McKinney will lead his first laps of the race here tonight. Dalton Tucker now, he's led 20 laps. He is now currently running back in the second spot. It looks like everybody is going single file here for the most part. Trying to get some of these laps wound down. The 31 of Scott Wise trying to complete the pass on the 11 of Ed Adams. Ed using that middle groove. Trying to get that middle groove to work. Oh, Ed into the wall. Oh, and we have the number 10. I believe that was the number 10 of Chad Engel. Slammed the wall, and he has already taken his car behind the wall. These guys battle it up here. The 43, Logan Kais. Number 12 of Tony Quadros. Tony and Logan going at it. Right behind them, Chris Munger, Ed Adams, Darren Bruce. This is all within a 12, from 12th on back to 18th. A little bit of a battle going on. Most battle going between these up front too. Take a look here at the 55 of Chris Munger. Logan Kais will make the pass on the 43. Logan will go into 15th. 25 down, 15 to go for the end of stage number 1. Let's see, let's see if we can find some battles here. I like looking at when they're, you know, on a 10th of a second. Oh, we got some blinking going on. Thomas Gold. Logan Kais looking again to make a pass on the 12 of Tony Quadros. That is for 14th. Logan trying to make the pass. Can he complete it coming around turn 2? And he will complete it, but boy, that was close. The 12 of Tony drops it back to the inside, going around turn 3, side by side. And Tony will take that spot back from Logan. Battle up here. 27, Darren Bruce, the 00 of Matthew McCann, right behind Ed Adams and Darren Bruce as these two go side by side. The 11 and the 27, Matthew McCann right there, Scott Bellum right up there as well, 55 of Chris Munger. Taking it down to the white line. The 03 of... '03 of Kenny. I'll just say the 03 of Kenny. I keep forgetting how to pronounce his last name. Kenny McCullough. There we go. Started 7th, currently running 21st, but they've still got plenty of laps left. Like the 85 of Jonathan Whalen. Now he's 6 laps down, but he's coming off of pit road here. Lap 30 for stage 1 will be at lap 40. And Greg McKinney almost got a second lead over Tony Mong. Dalton Tucker, 0.4 of a second, now back behind Tony. And before we get to the end of the first stage, folks, we're going to ride along here. We're going to ride along here with the number 16 of Steve Seegers. Do a little bit of a cockpit ride. How about that? Just goes to show you how this track is. And boy, he is taking it all the way to the white line. He does not want to get on that apron. It will definitely upset that truck if he does. There's a little ride along there with Steve Seegers, the number 16. We'll do some more, folks. Don't worry about it. I love doing those cockpits. Going up to Greg McKinney, looking back. Looking back on a rear chase, looking back to Tony. That is a 1 second gap there between Greg McKinney and Tony Mong. From Tony to Dalton. Ooh, Thomas Gold. Oh, what happened? The 97 of Thomas Gold might have blinked out a little bit. Slammed on his brakes there, it looks like. A little bit of smoke action going on. Got to back up to speed there. Is still off to the races. Chuck Carroll in the 3 has got the 16 of Steve Seegers, who he was just on right on his bumper. And Rob Burns in the 26 right on Steve's. We got a little bit of a 3-car pack going on right here, too. Jim Westerfield started 16th, currently running 12th. Before we get to the end of stage number 1, let's look at where everybody started and where everybody sits currently. Greg McKinney currently in first, started 2nd. Tony Mong started 5th, currently 1st. Dalton Tucker started on the pole, led 20 laps. He is currently 3rd. Thomas Gold started 4th, currently running 4th. Harry Griffey started 3rd, currently in that 5th spot. Scott Johnson in the 07 started 9th. He's currently 6th. Josh Mayu started 6th. He's only back a spot. He is in 7th. Chuck Harrell started 13th. He is currently in the 8th position. Steve Seegers started 8th, currently 9th. And Rob Burns, well, he started 10th, and he is currently running in that top 10, in that 10th spot. Jim Westerfield started 16th, currently running in 11th, and it looks like we may have some takers here coming down pit road. Or somebody is on backstretch. Scott Wise. Like Scott Wise only down 1 lap. Alrighty, folks. Well, we will be coming to the end of the stage here pretty quickly. Greg McKinney on the back stretch here. NASCAR Target Cup Series. Glad to have you in chat there, buddy. Well, Greg McKinney will be coming to the line here. And it may be at the completion of lap 40. If I do say so myself. We will keep an eye on it. But I believe it's the completion of lap number 40. And there is the caution right there, folks. So that will end stage number 1. Your stage winner, Greg McKinney. Congratulations to Greg, winning stage number 1 here tonight. This is the I-States Racing Association Ford Entertainment Group 250, folks, here at Texas. Oh, yeah, it's your home track, huh, Texas? You was at Texas for the race today. All right. Well, I didn't watch it. I don't watch much racing. I'd rather watch it here on iRacing. Well, NASCAR, you're out there, you know, watching the stream here, bud. If you don't mind, how's the stream out there? Is it doing good? How's the sound? Let me know, please. That way I can make some adjustments before next week's race here with these guys. You know, I want it to be, you know, as professional as I can possibly get it. Of course, I am by far not a professional, but I want to make it as good as I can. But congratulations goes to Greg McKinney of winning stage number 1. And I can't get him down here, folks, but we will give him a shout out. So, Greg, if you're out there listening to the broadcast, man, congratulations on winning stage 1 here tonight. All right, looks like Frank Reese has led 1 lap. He may come down pit road. Seeing that everybody did come back down pit road, that will give the lead back up to Greg McKinney. The 85 of Jonathan Whalen. It looks like he's 12 laps down now. I don't know how in the world he got 12 laps down. He was just 6 laps ago. So we'll keep an eye on Frank Reese here to see what Frank does. Now, he started 26th, currently running in first, so I would say right now, he's your biggest mover here tonight. We'll see what Frank Reese does, and I imagine he's going to come down pit road. Yes, he is. He knows everybody behind him has fresher tires and the fuel. So he's definitely going to come down pit road. So that'll give the lead back up to the 20. The 85 going to get the wave around the pace car here. So Jonathan will get one of his laps back. I do believe. looks like Greg McKinney and Steve Seegers are part of S&D Motorsports. Greg McKinney currently running up in that top spot. Steve back in 8th. And we have K2B Motorsports, Josh Mayu, Dalton Tucker, looks like Logan Kais and Terry Griffey, all part of K2B. Dynamic Auto Sports, Tony Mong. Tony, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Folks, if it's your first time here on MaxSpeedTV, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Pace car's going to dive off here. We're going to get stage number 2 here underway. Green flag is out. Well, not really, but he's on the loud pedal. Now the green flag is out. Greg McKinney on the loud pedal. He is gone. Going to put Tony Mong and Dalton Tucker neck and neck, 2 and 3. Where's everybody trying to still get position here? Josh Mayu currently now running in 6th. Everybody on fresh tires. Logan Kais in the 43. There's a little company with Matthew McCann and the 00 Hooters. Darren Bruce. A little bit of battle going on between him and Ed Adams. Ed on the high side, right in the middle of the track, holding his line. Roger Arios battling it out here. The number 5 to the inside of the 16 of Steve Seegers. 8th and 9th. Oh, man. My voice ain't used to this anymore. I bet you Roger is feeling a little lonesome out there right now. He is surrounded by nothing but Chevys. Kind of the only Toyota running, right up here in the top 13. He's the only Toyota. The next Toyota would be Scott Bellum. Currently right here in 14th. So it looks like we've got a little Chevrolet battle going on out here. Who has the fastest Chevy? Well, Greg McKinney now has caught up to Tony. 10th of a second right up to him. Tony, though, has led 2 laps. Greg McKinney in 2nd has led 25 laps. Dalton Tucker has led 20. So right now, Greg McKinney has led the most laps here tonight. Oh! I just heard something blow. Not sure. I heard an engine blow. I heard an engine blow just now. I guess your name's Sean in chat. I don't know if that was him. No, Jonathan's still out there, the 85. I don't know what's going on with Jonathan. Now he's only he's 12 laps down to the leader. 10 laps down, looks like. But somebody's engine just let go. All right, well, we're going to try to get back up front here because we may have a battle for the lead here momentarily. Looks like everybody is single file here for the most part. Their tires, I'm sure, are feeling it. And what a pass by that number 92. Whoa. Oh, Greg McKinney coming down pit road. Oh. Well, that's going to give the lead up to Tony Mong. Make sure I'm live here, folks. Now Dalton Tucker back to 2nd. Terry Griffey in that number 9 tied Oh, the 71 into the wall. Frank Reese. Now, Frank is 2 laps down. He's trying to get out of everybody's way, trying to give everybody respect. Yeah, just got up a little bit high there and got into the wall. Scraped it just a little bit. Like he kept it going, though. Hopefully there's no hard damage. Now, Texas, you don't really have to have... you better have your steering. I mean, you can still pick up speeds. Don't damage it too bad, but really aerodynamics here at Texas don't play a big, huge factor. Now, you get to a super speedway, and yeah, you damage any part of the car, and it's really going to play a factor. But Texas, not really so much. Just don't damage the steering. Well, all right. We take a look at the cautions here tonight. 3 cautions. 2 of those have been cautions. 1 was the stage caution. So we've only had 2 actual cautions here tonight. Caution laps, we've had 10 altogether. We've got 113 laps to go in the race. We've had 4 different lead changes here tonight. Right now, Tony Mong 1.1 seconds ahead. 1.13 now ahead of Dalton Tucker. What's going on with Kenny McCullough? Looks like Kenny may be having some blinking issues here as well. Get that under control. Kenny lost some positions. Oh, he's still having problems. He's going to lose. He's going to go all the way back to 20th. Get the driver bar back up here for everybody. All right. Well, how about we ride along with somebody else here? The next stage will be on lap number 80, so we've got plenty of time. I do not have a crank it up cam. I'm using just the default cameras that are with Texas for right now. I didn't get a chance to get the other camera, the camera pack for iRacing that was made for MaxSpeedTV. But we'll have all that fixed by next Sunday, folks, so don't worry about that. But let's ride along. Let's pick on the number 3 of Chuck Carroll. Shall we? We'll ride along here with Chuck, folks. And just see how Chuck is just barely turning the steering wheel going around the corners as he makes his way to turn number 1. Trying to keep as much grip as he possibly can without him losing it. Comes right up almost close to the wall there, coming on to the back stretch. All right, the good wrenching number 3 of Chuck Carroll. I'm not sure exactly what paint he's got on there. Looks like it may be maybe like a tie-dye paint. A pretty paint scheme he's got. One of the paint schemes that I did want to get noticed is the Moto Option 02 of Josh Mayu. That is not only his real life sponsor, but it is a sponsor in the league as well. So a big shout out to Moto Option for coming on board here as well for the league, doing what you do with the hoodie and the gift cards and and whatever else Josh decides to tell me later on throughout the season. I'm sure there's going to be more. But we're going to give a big shout out to Moto Option out there. And, of course, a big shout out to all the sponsors as well. We'll go down through them again here. K2B Designs, Moto Option, and the Ford Entertainment Group. This is the ISRA LFOD Motorsports Truck Series. So big shout out to LFOD Motorsports. I know he gave me some information on LFOD. Oh, there it is. LFOD also is giving $100 to the driver with the least amount of incidents for the season, and $50 to the driver with the second least amount of incidents for the season as well. So big shout out to LFOD at Motorsports for jumping in, doing what you do too. Just some information that I have here currently for this race, and of course we will some of the information will be given out throughout the other races as well. And it looks like we've got some drivers maybe coming down pit road. Dalton Tucker coming down pit road. Looks like Jim Westerfield coming down pit road. We got some drivers committing to pit lane here. Now, who is going to, who else is going to come down pit road? Well, we will just have to wait and see. Lap 65 of 167. Tony coming down pit road. Did he get it woed down enough? According to my calculations, according to the little bar there, he was at 67 when he crossed the line. But I guess we'll see. So Scott Johnson, the 07, he is going to lead a lap here tonight. How long is Scott going to stay out? So Terry Griffey, Josh Mayu. Looks like we've got some others that are down pit road. Logan Kais. And I know I missed Rob Burns. Looks like Scott Bellum. And the number 12, Tony Quadros coming down pit road. Roger Rios. Steve Seegers down pit road. Now, Scott Johnson's still out in the lead here. He's led 2 laps, so some bonus points coming to everybody out there who has at least led a lap. And did he get it woed down enough? Pit road speed's 50 miles an hour, so Chuck Carroll going to lead a lap here tonight. He'll pick up some bonus points. I do not have a crank it up, like I said, folks, but what I do in a situation like that is I pick a driver, and usually somewhere mid-pack, and we do a crank it up cockpit, and that way it's loud. We'll have that fixed, like I said, by next week. Lap 69 of 167. We'll have about 10 laps to go before the end of stage number 2. Now, Chuck Carroll's still out there on the track. Ed Adams currently running in second now. Matthew McCann in third. And Matthew in the 00 looking to the inside of the 11 of Ed Adams to take over second spot. Oh, Chuck Carroll, what is Chuck trying to do? Is Chuck going to try to hold on to as much position as he can? Maybe win the stage? As we look at the point standings here, now Chuck Carroll not in the top 12 in points as we see, as I'm looking at it here, but winning a stage will definitely help Chuck. Matthew McCann, 0.6 of a second, about a half a second back behind Chuck. Ed Adams, about a half a second back behind Matthew. Got about 8 laps left to go before the end of stage number 2. And here comes the 85. See if I can find him, of Jonathan Whalen. Now they're going 3 wide here, folks. The 02, that's Josh Mayu. Now it looks like Chris Munger coming down pit road as well. He is now in his pit stall. Let's find Josh Mayu here. Now these guys have fresh tires. They are a lap down. And they're just trying to get up to the leader, and they're coming up on the leader fast. The leader, Chuck Carroll. They're just trying to get their lap back. They're going to try to get it back the old-fashioned way. And Chuck's going to stay high. Josh going to go low. The 16 of Steve going to go low. These two guys will get their lap back. And Steve's going to... Oh, that was close, Steve. Oh, you almost clipped him. Whew. A little scary. All right. Well, Josh Mayu, Steve Seegers, Roger Arios back on the lead lap. Got it back the old-fashioned way. Rob Burns will be next in the 26th on the outside of the 00 there. Got some guys coming off of pit road. The 26 of Rob Burns going to go high. He's going to make the pass on the outside of the 3 of Chuck Carroll. Chuck Carroll is your leader. Led 8 laps here. Stayed out when most of these guys pitted. And it looks like Chuck is going to come down pit road. Can he get it woed down? And it looks like he does. So Chuck Carroll coming down pit road, as well as Matthew McCann. Greg McKinney coming down pit road. Tony Mong looks like will be your new leader here tonight. Here right before the end of stage number 2. I don't believe he led that lap, but he might have. He has led 18 laps here tonight. The question is, can Tony hang on to it? He's got about a 3-second lead over Terry Griffey in second. Thomas Gold in third. So we're coming down to about 2 to go here. 3 to go, really. They'll finish it on coming to lap 81. They'll have to finish lap 80. So Tony Mong now has led 20 laps here. Terry Griffey still looking to lead his first laps of the race. So is Thomas Gold. Dalton Tucker has led 20. Josh Mayu still looking. Steve Seeger still looking as well. And as well as Roger. Scott Johnson led 2 laps. Rob Burns looking to lead a couple. Tony Quadros looking. Logan Kais looking. 43. Logan currently just outside of the top 10 in 11th. He started 29th. What a run by Logan. Wow. Logan Kais started 29th, currently running in 11th. Let's see who else we have going down through the field here ahead of Logan. Well, Tony Quadro started 24th. He's currently running 10th. Alrighty, folks. Well, lap number 80 here. So at the completion of this lap, or on the backstretch here, it will be the end of stage number 2. So congratulations goes to Tony Mong for winning stage number 2 here tonight. We will get to stage winner here if I can find it. There we go. Tony Mong will win stage number 2 here. Picking up some stage points. And, of course, he's picked up, for leading a lap, he's picked up points as well. While they're going to come down pit road here. Next week, folks, they will be at Bristol. Bristol Motor Speedway, the Bristol 150 for 280 laps at Bristol. That's going to be a fun race to watch and to broadcast. I love short track racing. Well, we see some tempers flaring next week, folks. All right, well, congratulations, Tony Mong, for winning stage number 2. If you're listening out there, bud. All right, well, Terry Griffey in the number 9 looks like will lead his first lap of the race. He's going to pick up some bonus points. Congratulations to Terry for leading a lap here. Now the number 23 right up ahead of him, that is Lonnie Barrington. Lonnie currently, he will be, it looks like, on the lead lap here when he gets the wave around, and we haven't talked much about Lonnie. It looks like he does have some damage to the rear end of the big red 23 Chevrolet. He is still out there racing. He's holding strong. Alrighty, folks. Well, the pace car lights are off. The final stage coming up. And, of course, to the end of the race. Now, they will, I'm sure they'll have to pit a couple of times to finish out the race here. And when they get the green flag here, we'll take a look at, of course, the caution laps again. And the cautions here tonight. And I believe we've only had 2 regular cautions here. The pace car will dive off. Terry Griffey will lead them to the green flag with Tony Mong on that number 92 onto his outside. Dalton Tucker, your pole sitter, currently running 3rd. Going to be sitting onto the inside. He's on the loud pedal here. Green flag is back out for the final stage of the race here tonight, folks. Terry Griffey. Now, Dalton Tucker just took over the second spot, passed up Tony Mong. Dalton looking to take over the lead here. And can he get up to Terry? Let him wind down here and get situated as the 92 of Tony Mong all over the back bumper of the 24. The 16 of Steve Seegers as well. Thomas Gold. I'll get it out in a minute. And they single file up front. We're going to go back here into the field. They're still fighting for some positions back here. 27 of Darren Bruce. Right up ahead of them, Matthew McCann and the 00 Matthew McCann and the 3 of Chuck Harrell. Chuck looking to the inside, trying to complete the pass there on that 00. He will do it. Here comes the 81 of Scott Bellum. He's going to make the pass. Now the 27 of Darren Bruce looking to make the pass on that 00. And Matthew McCann is falling back. He is on the high side, and I'm not sure what's going on with Matthew's truck there. He could be saving too. We don't know. Scott Wise going to get around him. 27 of Jim Westerfield going to get around the 15. The 15 of Jim Westerfield. Trying to get around the 27 of Darren Bruce. I'll get it out in a minute, folks. Getting confused here on my numbers. Looking at them wrong. All right. Well, there, Dalton Tucker has now taken back over the lead. And we got a battle right here, folks. Whoa, this is close. The 9 of Terry Griffey on the outside of the 16. Oh, look at the 16 making moves. Steve Seegers down to the inside of the 92. They're 2 by 2 here, folks. Second, third, fourth, and fifth. Rob Burns got a bird's eye view of what's ahead of him. And it looks like the number 9 of Terry Griffey is just going to back out of that. He's like, nope. Still too many laps left to go before we get to banging here. All right, the number 92 now, Tony Mong, and the 16 goes side by side. Oh, that was close. Nothing any closer, and I don't know what would have happened. Oh, that was close. Good racing by these two, though, side by side. It looks like the 16 is going to take that position, but here comes the 92. Back to the inside of the... Oh, a little bit of bumper, it looks like. Might have caught that left bumper of the 16. Got him a little bit loose, or might have just took the air off of him. So now Tony Mong and the number 92 going to take that position back for second. Steve Seegers now back to third. Number 97 of Thomas Gold in a fourth. And Thomas is like, you guys are crazy. I don't know exactly if that's what he's thinking, but that's what I would be thinking. Okay. Well, Greg McKinney, who's led 25 laps here, he's kind of found himself back here in the 8th position. Now, they will have to pit for sure. The question is, though, when? You know, fuel laps are about 30 to 35. So, and they pitted on the caution, so I'll have to watch and see. I'm sure once you see your leaders come in, then you're going to know. Now, the 15 is still not showing up. That would be Jim Westerfield in the ticker. Sorry, Jim. We know you're on the track, but you're not showing up in the ticker. But we know you're there. Well, sorry, folks. Take a little bit of time getting used to again. I'll throw it all scratchy. I think I'm talking too much. Oh, 5 away from the triple-digit mark. Now 4 away. As we take a look at the cautions here for everybody. Now we've had 2 stage cautions and 2 regular cautions. Altogether, we've had 13 caution laps, 72 laps to go, and 9 lead changes here tonight. And we've got a battle right here. Chuck Carroll and the 43 of Logan Keiss. I spoke to Logan earlier today, and he actually told me how to pronounce his last name. So, big shout out to Logan out there for actually, hey, my name is pronounced like this. So, not trying to make you laugh there, Logan, if you're listening to the broadcast, but, because I was going to pronounce it another way. But he's battling Chuck Carroll here. And what a battle it's becoming with these two. We're going to keep an eye on the 3 and the 43. And the 81. Can't forget Scott Bellum. You know, Scott's out here too. He's looking. He sees what's going on between the 43 and the 3. All right, well, Tony Mong. Oh, and I forgot to bring the driver bar back up. Sorry, folks. Now, Tony Mong back out up into the lead. Now, Dalton Tucker has led 28 laps. Tony Mong has led 26. I believe it might be a battle between these two right here, 1 and 2, who's going to lead the most laps. If these two keep it up, I have only seen in my broadcasting time a tie with the most laps led one time. That's what I'm saying. I'm sure others out there have probably seen it multiple times. But I have only seen it once, and we have got a car. And that is Ed Adams with a blown engine. Oh, what happened to Ed? No. Oh, no. What happened to Ed? Well, I'm not going to be able to take a look at it, it looks like. But Ed is now on pit road. Oh, man. Well, all right. Man, oh, man. I don't believe they have any resets here, but I could be wrong. No, they do not. Ed Adams, it looks like. He's still sitting on pit road. He has not taken his truck behind the wall yet, so we'll keep an eye on Ed, see exactly what's going on. Ed Adams, if you're listening to the broadcast, bud, and you want to come down here, man, let us know what happened. I guess if you can get down here, then you can put yourself in here in the broadcast booth with me. Because I can't blame it all on Josh Mayu, but we all goofed. He forgot to give me permissions, and I forgot to ask, so it's not Josh's fault. Kind of my fault, too. All right. Tony Mong now, 30 laps led, has taken over the most laps led here. Dalton Tucker with 28, only by 2. These guys are still going at it. All right, looks like they're spread out pretty evenly. Not really, really spread out, but they're getting that way. Well, it looks like Logan Keiss doing a little bit of battling here. The 43 of Logan doing a little bit of battling here with the 81 of Scott Bellum. And Logan going to take that position away from Scott. That is for 11th, and he will do so. See if we can find some more battles here going on. Looks like Jim Westerfield Coming up on the 12 of Tony Quadros. And the 00 of Matthew McCann also. No, Matthew's coming up on Jim. Jim taking it high to the wall. That just opened the door for the 00. Matthew McCann to make the pass here. Jim's doing something up there. I don't know what Jim's doing. But Jim's a good racer. Jim knows what he's doing. I'm not Jim. I can't read his mind. Well, alrighty, folks. Well, we're at lap 106 of 167. I think what we're going to do here is we're going to do a little bit of in-car cockpit crank it up. So everybody, turn up your volumes and get ready. We're about to do some cockpit crank it up here. And I think we will pick on... Oh, let's see who we can pick on here to do this. How about we pick on the 55 of Chris Munger? Alrighty, folks. Well, that was a little bit of a cockpit crank it up there for everybody. And it looks like we do have some pit road people coming down. Tony Quadros down pit road here. And Kenny McCullough, Tony Mong, Greg McKinney, Scott Wise, Scott Johnson, Chris Munger. Now coming down pit road. Oh, the 71 almost got into the 07 on pit road. It looks like Dalton Tucker now going to come down pit road. That's going to give the lead up to, well, looks like it'll give the lead up to Josh Mayu. He gets around the 9 of Terry Griffey. Terry has led 8 laps here, and Josh Mayu still looking to lead his first laps of the race here tonight. We'll see what Josh looks like is going to stay out here. And the Moto Option 2 Chevy Silverado. So Josh will lead his first lap of the race on lap 114 in the 92. Wow, of Tony Mong. That just goes to show you what those fresher tires will do. He just come flying around Josh Mayhew. Now Chuck Carroll down on pit road. Chuck led 9 laps. Now Josh going to come down pit road as well. Terry Griffey now back to the lead. Looks like most of these guys have pitted. Like Logan Kais on pit road. Josh Mayhew. Oh, we got a caution. Oh, where was it at? Where was it at? The 24. I'm showing the 24 has a blown engine. Let me see if I can find him. Dalton Tucker. No. All right, well, let's go back here and take a look and see what happened to Dalton. Let's see if we can go on to a better view here and see exactly what happened. I got to rewind it, folks. I don't know why it did not go back like it was supposed to. But we will rewind it here, see exactly what happened. I don't like doing it this way, but for some reason it's not wanting to go back. So caution is out. We will go to a chase view here with Dalton. Yeah, you'll have to give me a few minutes. Oh, yeah, I see it. The 55. Oh, it happened right up in front of them. The 55 and the 9. All right, well, let's, I've got plenty of time here. So let's find the 55 here of Chris Munger. And we will go right here. And see exactly. Oh, it looks like the 9 got into the wall. And that might have been a little bit of net code there between Chris Munger and the 9. And that sent Chris Munger down into the 24. And the 24 just had nowhere to go. And heavy damage to Chris Munger. Chris Munger's engine let go, as well as Dalton Tucker's. And Dalton has already taken his truck behind the wall. Well, alrighty, folks. Well, let me check something here. Sorry about this. No, that is correct. All right. Well, back live here. Go back up to all right. Well, Tony Mong back up in the lead here, and man, what a tough break for Dalton. I'm not, take a look at Dalton Tucker. He led 29 laps and started on the pole. And unfortunate incident like that, just, tough break for Dalton. Tough break for Dalton. All right, let's see here. It looks like, yeah, I've got Tony Mong currently in first. Greg McKinney in second. Josh Mayhew third. Thomas Gold fourth. And Steve Seegers will be your top 5. And it looks like we're going to have some drivers that are on. They're going to be getting their laps back. But it's just they're going to have to get the wave around the pace car there. And there they go. Pace car lights are off. Tony Mong now will regain the lead. And he now has led 41 laps here tonight, folks. 41 laps. All right. As they get doubled up here, ready to go back green flag racing, Tony Mong, the number 92, electing to choose the inside line. And it looks like we are not going to go back green flag racing here. It looks like the admins have called for another round. So it looks like it'll be the next time by, we will go back green flag racing. Alrighty. Okay, so Tony Mong is going to take the inside. That's going to put the 20 of Greg McKinney on the outside. Josh Mayu in third. Thomas Gold fourth, and Steve Seegers will round out your top five. 120 of 167 laps. 57 laps to go. Race car dives off. And we are off again. Tony Mong on the loud pedal. Good start by Tony. Greg McKinney and Josh Mayu losing some positions there. Looks like the number 12. And who is the number 12? Tony Quadros. Tony Quadros is the first driver one lap down, but he is right there. All right, well, that still put Josh Mayu in third place. Oh, Chuck Carroll. Chuck's in the pits. What's going on with Chuck? Might be getting some damage fixed. Looks like Terry Griffey in the number 9 coming down pit road as well. All right, well, we'll get back up here. Tony Mong in the 92 has company with Greg McKinney. These two guys right here battling for the stages. Stage 1, Stage 2 winners right up here, right up front. And they're coming up on the 3 of Chuck Carroll quick. And it looks like they're going to put Chuck another lap down. Looks like Chuck's just driving in his own race right now. Not really too much worried about it, I'm sure. I'm sure he would like to get back on the lead lap. Oh, and we got some sparks flying back here. Oh, what is going on? I seen sparks. Well, Greg McKinney will regain the lead now. Has led 26 laps here. Going to put Tony Mong in that second place. Josh Mayu now, the 1.1 second gap between him and the driver in front of him. That would be Chuck. Josh has got company though. He's got Thomas Gold in the 97 to his low side. Going to be a shootout to the line here. Oh, I don't even know who got that. I believe it was Thomas Gold, but just barely. These two still battling it out here, side by side. All right. Jim Westerfield started 16th, currently running in 8th. Got the 03 of Kenny McCullough, who is inside, the 07 of Scott Johnson. the orange machine. It's orange. I think it's orange. Either orange or red. I might be colorblind. But hey, color don't matter. Paint scheme don't matter. Scott Johnson currently running inside the top 10, right in that 10th position. Scott Wise in the 31 to his inside, looking to take that 10th position from him. And he still hasn't done it yet, but he's trying. But we got a battle right here, though. We've got battles going on. The 03 and the 15, the 31 and the 07. And the 26 of Rob Burns in the mix here. Logan Kai's looking to get up in the picture in the 43. As well as Scott Bellum in the 81. About 37 laps here, folks, in just a lap or two. Well, thank you everybody out there who is watching here. Really appreciate it. Cautions for everybody just tuning in. We've had 3 regular cautions, 2 stage cautions. Got to keep up with it for everybody because it doesn't split the stages because the yellows are done manually, so it just puts them together. But we have had 3 regular and 2 stage cautions. So Greg McKinney out front. Tony Mong in second. Thomas Gold third. Josh Mayu now back to 4th. Thomas getting around Josh. Like Roger Arios currently running in 6th. Started 12th. Everybody getting pretty spread out here. Well, for everybody, it's 9:30 Eastern Time, 9:30 Central. That's Central Time where I am located. 133 of 167. Now 134 as it finally updates. Greg McKinney, though, 35, make it 36 laps led here tonight. Tony Mong, though, has led 46 laps. So, yes, Greg McKinney can beat and get the most laps led from Tony Mong. The question is, Tony has led 46 laps. So if Tony can lead some more laps before the end of the race and make it to where Greg can't, well, Tony will get the most laps led here. Right now, 37 laps led for Greg McKinney. As we'll take a look back now, it looks like Tony Quadros is your first driver a lap down, currently running 14th. Mike Holtzclaw currently 15th, also a lap down, and Kenny McCullough 1 lap down as well, currently running 16th. So all 3 of these drivers will be fighting for the lucky dog. Lonnie Barrington coming down pit road, as well as Chuck Carroll. Lonnie 2 laps down. Frank Reese still out there on the track. Still some damage, but he's still out there rolling. He is currently 3 laps down. Terry Griffey, 9 laps down, currently running in the 21st position. Started 3rd. Not the race Terry wanted. Jonathan Whalen started 22nd. Looks like he's currently in 22nd. And it looks like Jonathan is up real high up against that wall. Or they will have to pit, I'm sure, before it's all said and done, or can they make it? I don't think they can make it. '07 got into the 27, who took me out. Okay, well, Scott Johnson, the 27, I believe. If I'm not mistaken. Oh, Darren Bruce. Okay, well, I must have missed that. Sorry. All right, Tony Mogg now coming down pit road, so it looks like they cannot make it. So Tony now coming down pit road. Darren Bruce, the 27 who you guys were just talking about. Also coming down pit road. Looks like he's coming off of pit road. So they cannot make it, it looks like. All right, Thomas Gold now coming down pit road for his final stop. Matthew McCann also. Matthew going to slide into his pit stall there. And Greg McKinney still out here racing it up. It looks like Steve Seeger is going to be coming down pit road as well in the 16 for his final stop. Roger Rios. Logan Keiss coming down pit road. Well, Greg McKinney still 43 laps, and it looks like Greg McKinney is going to come down pit road. Now, what is Josh Mayhew going to do? Josh, now he is going to, looks like, stay out to pick up another lap. Yes, he did. He will pick up another lap lead here tonight. Michael, MaxSpeedTV, how you doing there, bud? I see you in chat. I'm doing better. Could be doing a lot better, but I'm doing better. All right, Scott Wise now coming down pit road, as well as the 81 of Scott Bellum. Josh still staying out. And I believe Josh may be coming down pit road. Yeah, he is. He's going to be coming down pit road here. See everybody else coming down pit road. He's like, I better come down pit road. All right, the number 92 of Tony Mon. If he can get back around the track and take the lead back over, now he will be the leader again. Well, Josh Mayhew now just stopping into his pit stall, and Tony Mon coming around turn 4 onto the front stretch. Tony Mon will regain the lead here. That's going to put Tony Mon and Greg McKinney back up 1-2. And now we've got 2 Tonys up here. Tony Quadros running in 3rd. 24th is where he started. He is currently running in that third spot. Thomas Gold in fourth. I do believe everybody might have made their pit stops. No, Tony Quadros hasn't. He's going to have to come down pit road, so he's going to have to give up that position. That's going to put Thomas Gold in third. Back up to Tony Mong here, who's now led 47 laps. Greg McKinney, 43. Greg is almost 4.5 seconds, 4.7 seconds behind Tony. Is there enough laps left for Greg to catch Tony? And we'll be down to 20 to go here. Come across the line. 20 laps to go here, folks. 20 laps are remaining here at Texas Motor Speedway. This is the United States Racing Association FEG 250 at Texas, presented by MaxSpeedTV. Hopefully everybody is enjoying the broadcast here. Hopefully it's clean. Everything's working fine on my end. Woohoo! You're doing good there. Greg McKinney, 4.4 seconds back now. It looks like Thomas Gold might be having some issues. I'm not sure. Keep an eye on Thomas here. He was blinking out, looks like there. And it looks like Thomas may have a little bit of damage. Looks like he does have some damage there. Not sure if that might be just a graphics glitch or what, but I'm seeing some damage on the rear end of the 97. Tony Mong in the 92, 17 to go for Tony. Can he hold it? Now 52 laps led here for Tony. Tom Vanassi, how you doing there, bud? See you in chat. The 07. Oh, Scott Johnson. I didn't see what happened. It looked like he just took his car about his truck behind the wall, it looks like. With 16 to go, it'll be 15 to go. And he's got about a 3.5 second lead over Greg McKinney. Greg trying to do everything he can to catch up to Tony. With Tony having 54 laps led with 15 to go. 58. He could. I don't, he's going to have to catch him. He could do it. He's going to have to get up there quickly to get the most laps led. I'm sure Greg is mainly just wanting to get the win. As we look back here at the rear chase view, looking back of Tony Mong, we will see Greg Kenny. I believe that's Greg Kenny. No, that's there is another driver in between Tony and Greg. I believe that might be, no, it's not Rob Burns. Oh, it's Tony Quadros. Tony is in between our leaders here, so looking back, you can see, I believe that's Tony. Yep. As now Greg McKinney does come back around, and Thomas Gold there in third. Well, these guys are having a good run here. 2.5, 2.5 seconds now behind Tony Mongo. Tony Mongo. Sorry, Tony. Tony Mong. I don't know why I called you Mongo. I think I seen the E as an O. My bad. All right. 11 laps remaining here tonight, folks. As Tony Mong will take his 59 lap lead here. That cannot be beaten. So Tony will officially get the most laps led here tonight. Nine to go. This is where it really comes down to who's going to be able to hold it, who's going to be able to save enough. But there's 9 laps to go. You're going to make a move. You're going to have to make some moves now. And 2.5 now. Greg is chopping at the bit here. Did Greg save enough tires to get up to Tony? As we look back again here, that's what about a second looks like, folks. As Greg McKinney is trying to make a run here up to Greg is trying to make a run up to Tony here. You see Greg McKinney and you see Tony there. Oh man, it's going to be close. Six laps to go. Alrighty, folks. We gotta look back here too. Thomas Gold started 4th, currently running in 3rd. The top 3, Steve Seegers currently running 4th. I just don't know if there's that many laps left for Steve to get up to Thomas. With 5 laps to go, can Greg McKinney get up to Tony? And he is making a run for it, folks. We're going to keep an close eye on positions 1 and 2 here because Greg is right there with them. Four laps to go. Greg has now cut it within 0.3 of a second to Tony. 3 to go. is going to be a shootout here. If a caution comes out now, the race will be over. Let's hope it doesn't, because we want to see this finish here between Tony Mong and Greg McKinney. Two to go. White flag will be in the air next time by. Greg putting the pressure on the 92. Getting right up on his bumper. Blocking action going on. One to go. Oh, they got into each other. Wow. Oh, that was close. Can Greg get back up to the 92? Tony Mong onto the back stretch. Makes his way around turns 3. Can Greg get back up to him? I don't know if he can. Checkered flag is out. Tony Mong wins here at Texas. Oh, what a finish. What a finish. Wow. Well, alrighty, folks. Well, it looks like Greg McKinney will finish second, and Thomas Gold will finish in third. Well, we will get these three drivers down here for an interview, folks. Don't go anywhere. Pre-race, the post-race interviews will be coming up here momentarily on MaxSpeedTV. Alrighty, folks, back live here on MaxSpeedTV. I've got up with the top three here. We are going to start here with Thomas Gold here, as soon as I can pronounce his name correctly. Well, Thomas, man, talk about the racing down there, bud, and really not a lot of cautions here tonight here at Texas, and there was a good-sized field here, too.
Yeah, everybody did a good job tonight. There was a lot of great racing. I want to tell Steve Cigars it was awesome racing with him. but yeah, I'm really happy to bring home the top 3, and it was a really good race for.
Well, Thomas, being up here in the booth, I have the advantage of looking at our ticker here for ATVO, and I noticed too, you were having throughout the race, you were having some blinking issues going on there, and was it kind of shocking to see yourself up front in third, with those issues?
Yeah, honestly, I cannot pinpoint what the issue is right now, but it'll be fixed heading into next week for sure. But usually it's not a hindrance on performance on track when you have connection issues.
Alrighty. Well, you got Texas out of the way here, bud. But coming up, Bristol next week. Short track racing. We know how that can go. What's your mindset going into Bristol?
Usually with short tracks, you just have to pull a lot of laps and get them logged. Make sure you have your racing line down, and then there's also another aspect with it as well as driving with and around traffic. Hopefully, we don't see it next week, but it's really hard thing to learn to race around with other guys at short tracks with everybody else's different breaking points.
All right, Thomas. Well, congratulations, man. Top 3 here tonight, bud. Any thoughts, shout-outs you want to give before you go celebrate third here?
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout-out to Rocky Ridge, my sponsor here, and Imperial Motorsports with Scott Bellum and Tony Quadros. They give great feedback, and they're half the reason why I get to race up front. And Josh May for the league, and thank you guys for the broadcast.
Well, I came back, and Josh asked me to come back, and, I'm going to pick on him a little bit, too. He asked me to come back and broadcast the races, and, I said, okay. I know Josh real well. He's a great guy, so, yeah, man, hey, go celebrate third here tonight, and get ready for next week at Bristol, man.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Uh-huh. All right, well, that'll bring us to our second place finisher here tonight. But, boy, let me tell you, it wasn't without a fight. Greg McKinney, man, what's up?
What's going on?
Oh, man, what a race it was, man. Talk about the racing throughout the whole race, bud. And, coming down, the green flag pit stops that you guys had. And, the yellows kind of taking effect there. But talk about that last run there that you was trying to make on Tony there. You got up to his bumper with, 2 laps to go. White flag came out. What happened?
Yeah, I was just expecting to be able to race it out, and I went one way and the other and kind of messed myself up a little bit, and then came off a 4, and I was going to go low. I don't know. It's just hard racing, I guess. But pretty disappointed. Should have won the race. I think we had the fastest truck here tonight.
Well, Greg, man, you came out with 43 laps led here tonight. Now, you didn't get the most laps led, unfortunately, but, boy, you were fighting hard for it. Let me tell you, I was up here going, oh, if he can catch up to him, he's going to get it. But, you started second, you finished second, but, man, you were running up front for that whole race. How was the tire wear?
It wasn't too bad. You just had to keep the car real low on exits. Keep it from washing out on you. Kept the right front, kept more driving the truck. So that's where we was beating everybody a lot, was really not getting on the throttle a whole lot in the center and then driving straight up off. So that's where we was better, longer than most guys here. So just hate we didn't win it. This is one of the tracks, one of my favorites. Kind of bucket list, one I wanted to win, but we had to go to the back for a penalty. Drove all the way back through the field to finish second. So disappointing, but all in all, good night, I guess.
Yeah, it was an excellent night, man. Glad to be back here in the booth calling races like this, man. This is awesome. You guys put on a great show here, in my opinion. Caution count wasn't really high. Y'all had a couple, I think 3. Man, what a race it was. Well, same question I had for Thomas there is Bristol next week, short track racing. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm somewhat of a fan of Bristol. Used to be a lot of fan when it was the bottom, but now it's the top. So you never know. Being on the top, it's going to be all about track position and where you at and strategy when the cautions come out. But it'll be a fun one. Get to
You,
ride against the wall all night.
well, you know how quickly you can go lap down to at Bristol, man. What's the? I mean, you don't have to give your strategies out, but you know what's the key? You know, if you go a couple of laps down, what's the key of getting those laps back? In your
Pretty
opinion?
tough. You're hoping for some yellows. Try to stay the first car lap down. Kind of ride, not getting the wrecks or the mess, and try to work your way back up that way. But really, if you lose a lot of track position there, you're kind of stuck in a box where you kind of got what you got, unless some lucky breaks go your way.
You got that right. All right, Greg. Well, man, congratulations. Second here tonight. Fought hard for the win. Unfortunately, it just came up just a little short. I can't say a lot short because you were right there, man. And it looks like you hit the wall too at the end and kind of blew your engine. But I think you were mad at yourself, right?
Yeah, I was just aggravated.
It just
Little bit.
hey, it happens, bud. Well, thought shout outs you want to give before you go celebrate second?
I just shout out to the guys that put on the league and you for broadcasting it, commentating. It was fun, and all the guys that race the league. Pretty clean group here. That's why we don't have a lot of caution. That's why I race it. So all in all, good night. Looking forward to Bristol.
All right, Greg. Well, we'll see you next week at Bristol, bud. Go celebrate.
But
Well, all right, that'll bring us to our winner here tonight. Wow, Tony. Well, man, I don't know what to say, bud. You led the most laps here tonight with 69, but it wasn't without a battle between you and Greg there. I mean, you gotta talk about the battle you and Greg had because that was crazy.
Yeah, I felt like all night we were battling, me and Greg, me and Dalton. You know, it kind of seemed like different phases throughout the race. It was pretty wild how things kind of changed around. We got a chance to see a lot of different pit strategies, a lot of different things happen throughout the race because we didn't have a whole lot of cautions we had some decent long runs. So that kind of that made for an entertaining race. I'll say that it wasn't the prettiest one, but we're certainly happy to be in victory lane. But yeah, me and Greg, we always tend to go at it. We find ourselves both up front, being teammates and all. So it kind of makes things interesting when you're both battling up front and having that hard race. And I knew he ran me down from 4 seconds, and I knew he was coming in a hurry, and I mean in a hurry. And so I knew there was gonna be one block I'd have to make, and it was going to be cover up the bottom, kind of like Greg said earlier about protecting the bottom and that sort of thing. And, I did that. I thought he was going to try to get me going into one. He got me in the dog leg, and I'm like, oh, shoot, I thought we were going to wreck because I didn't know, it's not normally where you'd find a truck to be underneath you like that. But, no, overall, it's a fun race, good battles, and we had some fun.
Well, I'm going to mention Dalton here. Unfortunate accident there. I had to rewind it all the way. I'm just coming back from a hiatus, so it's going to take me some time to get, familiarized again with the controls and all that stuff. But, Dalton running up there too with you guys, and he was on rails. 29 laps led with Dalton Tucker. Now, do you think if Dalton was up there with you guys too, that it would have been a three-way shot between you and Greg and Dalton, and maybe
absolutely,
maybe Thomas.
Absolutely, yeah. Me, Greg, and Dalton probably would have been the top three there, and that was, it's kind of how a lot of these races have played out. But unfortunately, he got caught up in something over there, and overall, the three of us kind of had a really fun battle all night, and then it came down to me and Greg, and this time we won out. So it's a good race for us tonight.
Well, Tony, man, congratulations on your victory here tonight, bud. I know you probably want to go celebrate here. We got Bristol next week here real quick. What's your thoughts on short track racing after a 1:44 track? Can't really say 1.5 miles because it's not 1.5 miles anymore.
Yeah, short tracks aren't always aren't my best on iRacing per se, but I look forward to it. Bristol's an awesome racetrack, and can't really wait to get there and see what we got. I know Greg will be really fast there, so it'll be interesting.
Tony, man, I just wanted to point out too. You came into tonight second in points, 328. You were only 10 back behind Dalton. I did not know if you knew that.
Yeah, I did know that.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, this win will probably because you won one of the stages, might put you up into that top spot here in points going into next week. I don't know how point standings are. I'll have to go look that up. But what do you think about that?
Well, it's obviously the goal is to, be up front in points. And, there's a long season left, and you got the playoffs and all those different things at the end of the season. So really, it's a long season. It really doesn't matter where you're at in points at this juncture. But, gonna take it and roll on into.
All right, Tony, man. Well thought. Shout out you want to give before you go celebrate, bud?
Yeah, I thank my sponsor, Best Overhead Door. Got to thank my teammate Greg McKinney for racing me as clean as he could there, and everybody at Dynamic Auto Sports. And we'll see y'all at Bristol. Thank you guys. Thank you to ISRA and both you guys.
All right, Tony. Well, man, go celebrate, bud. Tony Manji. Actually, I got corrected on how to pronounce his name, so it's no longer going to be Mongi or Mongo. It's going to be Manji now. So congratulations, bud, on your victory. We will see you next week at Bristol.
All right. Thanks, man.
All right. Well, that'll bring us to the we'll do the bottom winner there for Tony there for everybody. Now let's where oh, there we go. All right. Victory here tonight for Tony Manji coming in first place here at Texas. Greg McKinney, though, man, right there up with him. And he's going to finish in that second position there. Thomas Gold in third. Steve Seegers in fourth. Josh Mayu in fifth. And Josh was coming. He'll get a top 5 out of it. Roger Rios will finish in 6th. Matthew McCann 7th. Logan Keiss will finish in 8th. Scott Wise 9th. Scott Bellum in 10th. Jim Westerfield will finish in that 11th position. Kenny McCullough in 12th. Tony Quadros 13th. Rob Burns 14th. Chuck Carroll 15th. Lonnie Barrington will finish in that 16th position. Frank Reese 17th, Terry Griffey 18th, Jonathan Whalen 19th, Mike Holtzclaw in 20th, Scott Johnson will finish in 21st position. And for some reason it's not letting me scroll down here. Don't know why. There we go. Scott Johnson, I'll find him in a minute. There he is. Darren Bruce, 22nd. Dalton Tucker, 23rd. Chris Munger, 24th. Ed Adams, 25th place. Chad Engel, 26th. Michael Atkins Jr., 27th. Paul House, 28th. Byron Rodney, 29th. John Cottle, 30th. Chris Forster, 31st place. And, of course, Race Control was doing race control things here tonight, folks. Well, glad everybody tuned in here tonight, folks. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the broadcast here. Because, man, I enjoyed being back here in the booth with you tonight, folks. So, until next time, folks, stay safe and have a good night.